6:30.
This is event number 1 for the Midwest Kayak Bass Club for 2026. You had a choice between Browns Lake and Eagle Lake. I'm here at Browns Lake and heading on over to my first spot. Let's see how it goes. I started off with a nickel rig worm and got my first hit here off these docks. Oh no, I lost my bait. Alright, it looks like it's the day of 14s. It's 14 I did catch a couple more bass by those docks, but they weren't very big, so I headed off to a offshore area with some rocks, and I started using a TRD, but I was kind of swimming it through the water column like a minnow and started getting some hits with that. This setup is an Art Gravity reel on a Sensolite rod from Shimano. It is a BFS setup and has 8-pound braid with a 6-pound fluorocarbon leader. Really nice BFS setup. A lot of fun to use. It's like another 14. All right, we got 15 and a half on the TRD. I switched lures again, and I'm using a jerkbait. It's a blank jerkbait that I picked up and painted. The paint job is horrible. It's just basically yellow on the bottom and blue on the top in a very messy pattern. Can I get a call? Oh, he's on the last treble. Escaped. Alright, that was on a jerkbait, the homemade craptacular jerkbait. 15. I found a drop off that went from about 2 feet to about 5 feet, and it was pretty abrupt. I think it was caused by dredging. So switched over to that BFS setup with the swimming Ned rig and hooked up again. Finally, it looks like I might have a call here. 14.75. Alright, 14 and a half. The smallest one. Alright, that's going to do it for this one. I ended up in 9th place out of 35 anglers with 74.25 inches. So not a very big bag, but it looks like it was a tough day at Eagle Lake. And Browns Lake did have some larger fish, but I was having a hard time getting to them. I think in retrospect I should have used a larger bait or a bait that would be more likely to trigger a bigger bite. And I did have a couple of other hits. I lost a fish that was probably in the 15 to 16 inch range, but you know how that is. Next tournament is going to be at Green Lake, so we'll be looking forward to that one. And thanks for watching. I will see you next time.